Come on in. Yep. Sit down. That's great. Thank you. How are you doing? Good. So we've got you in today at the practice for a general checkup. I do just need to quickly, before I forget, take a few details down just to make sure that our records are up to date and to make sure that you are who you say you are. Currently we are actually updating our system to be completely paperlight. Kind of ironically, in the meantime, that means that we are doubling up on records, so we're using electronic records and good old-fashioned paper and pen as well. So whilst it should be laborious to me, it shouldn't interfere with the process today at all. Okay? So just to check, can I just take your first name? And your surname? And just your date of birth, please. And your postcode, your home postcode, yeah. And just to make sure that we've got your up-to-date email address too. Why do I get the feeling that you might have had that email address for quite a while? Okay. I do just need to update our paper records as well, so give me a second. Sorry, can I just take your date of birth again, please? And your postcode. And what was your email address again? Okay. Thank you very much. Well, that looks good. So, on to the fun stuff. So we're going to be doing a thorough examination, a whole body examination, and we'll be conducting a series of different procedures as we do so. And that will also include, at the end of the examination, taking bloods just to send to hematology just to make sure everything's okay. And we'll just be checking for things like anemia, iron deficiencies and things like that. Okay? So let me pop on a pair of gloves and let's get started. How are you doing today anyway? How's your week been? Yeah? Good. Okay, so what we're going to do today is start by doing a quick inspection of your scalp. Okay, and all this will entail is just me combing through just with my fingers just to see if there's any sign of dermatitis or dandruff or any early signs of psoriasis or perhaps even alopecia. It's a very standard test, so don't worry. And then after I've had a little look through your hair, what I'll do is I will check the sensitivity of your scalp, and all that will be is just me prodding different bits of your head, okay? And I'll ask you to respond as and when appropriate, okay? So put that to one side for now, and with your permission, I'd just like to get in a little bit closer just to take a look at your scalp. Is that all right? Thank you very much. Okay, here we go. Okay. So first of all, what we're doing is just a very cursory glance across your scalp, just to make sure that there's no flaky skin or anything like that. I mean, typically, if there is symptoms of dandruff or psoriasis or anything like that, what we'll recommend simply perhaps changing your dandruff or perhaps changing your shampoo, or perhaps looking at an alternative ways to wash your hair. And sometimes even something as simple as the kind of water that you're using, because obviously different parts of the country there are different types of water. Okay. But I'm pleased to say I'm liking what I see. so far. I can't see any major symptoms of anything untoward, which is good. So what we'll do is we'll just take a quick look at the responsiveness of your scalp. Now, as you know, traditionally the scalp is not a particularly responsive area for stimulus, but we like to just give it a little test just to make sure that you can still feel stuff. Okay, so again, with your permission, I'd like to get in a little bit closer, and I'll just be tapping different parts of your scalp, and I just want you to tell me when you can feel it and where you think you can feel it. Okay? Alright, let's get started. Okay. Mm-hmm. 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 Yep. That's right. Brilliant. Okay. Very good. Thank you. Good. Excellent. And one more. Perfect. Okay. Well, I don't think there's anything to worry about with regards to the sensitivity of your scalp. So, let's just note all that down. And because we are doubling up today, good, brilliant. So the next part is to check your face. Excuse me, just let me change my gloves. I won't actually be touching your face right now, but I will be topically checking it in. Okay? So just for the sake of hygiene, I'll change them up. Okay. I have actually booked 2 slots for you today, so don't worry if the appointment runs over a little bit. If you've got the time, I've got the time as well. Okay? Finally, there we go. Okay. So, what I want you to do now is just listen closely to my instructions and as best you can follow them. Okay, so first of all, what I want you to do is puff up your cheeks like that. Don't worry about looking silly, no one's going to see. Okay, good. Okay, now what I want you to do is to blow me a raspberry. Let's go. Mm-hmm. Very good. Now, what I would like you to do is open your mouth wide. Can you do that? Very good. Thank you. Okay, and next, what we want you to do is to go like this. Suck it. Yeah, that's it. Okay, now what I'd like you to do is look up. Like that. Mm-hmm. Perfect. Now, look down. Very good. Now what I would like you to do is look to your right. Like that. Yeah, good. Now look to your left. That way. Good. Now just scrunch up your shoulders like that. Yeah. Good. And lean your head from left to right. So from that way to that way, that way to that way, that way to that way. That's it. Okay, now I'd like you to grit your teeth as hard as you can. And now I would like you to scrunch up your eyes like you're trying to keep them shut. Like that. As tight as you can. Perfect. Thank you. And finally, I want you to give me a big yawn. It'll make you feel a bit tired, but don't worry, just give me a lovely big yawn. Good, thank you. Okay, now what I'm going to do is just ask you to do some of the same things again, but this time I'm just going to touch your face very gently. It'll feel like I'm not touching you at all, to be honest. Okay? Is that alright? Thank you. So give me a big smile. Now give me a frown. Very good. Now I want you to puff out your cheeks. Good. Now suck them in, like that. I know it's a weird one, but thank you. Now I'd just like you to close your eyes as tight as you can. Now grit your teeth. Okay, just do that again for me very quickly. Good. Now lean your head back like that. I'm just going to put my thumbs under your jaw a little bit, okay? Good. Now lean your face down. Okay, good, thank you. What I'm going to do very quickly is just check around your lymph nodes, just to make sure they're not inflamed and that there's no problem with your lymph system, okay? Just very gently. I'm going to just tap underneath your jaw and work my way around to under the ears. That's it. This is easy. You don't have to do anything. I'm just making sure there's no inflammation or anything like that. Okay? Perfect. Okay. Give me a second. Okay, now the next part that we're going to do is we're going to take a look at your eyes. Okay, so you've done these kind of tests loads of times before. It will involve, as it always does, a Penlight like this one, and what I'll be asking you to do is just initially just to focus on a part of me as I shine it into your eyes, and then we'll move on to following it and things like that, and then there will be a couple more tests after that. Okay, so it's quite bright. If it feels uncomfortable, let me know and we can just stop right there. Okay, thank you. So I'm going to start by shining this into your right eye, and what I want you to do for now is just focus on my nose. So just focus here. It's big enough, you can't miss it, so just focus on that and don't move your gaze from it. Okay, so here we go. How's that? Like I said, it is very bright, but it should be bearable. Okay, that's it. If you can, just look at my nose. Okay, we'll just move to the left eye. Same thing, just look at my nose, and I want to see how your pupil reacts. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Same thing again, but this time I'm going to pull the light into your field of vision. So it'll be moving, but as before, I just want you to focus on my nose, if you can. Okay. So we're going to start this time with your left eye. So I'll be bringing it in to your field of vision. All right. There we go. And stopping it like that. Keep your eye on my nose if you can. Perfect. And your other eye. Your right eye. Perfect, thank you. Okay, now what we're going to do, just a little bit different, is just, you follow the light, but please don't move your head. Just focus on the light with your eyes and follow it with those, okay? And I'll be moving it all over the shop, so don't try to preempt it, just follow it as best you can. It's not a test or anything, it's just to see how your eye responds, okay? Here we go. Okay, now I'm just going to gently go from left to right. Okay. Now what I'd like to do, just getting a bit closer, just take a look in each eye. Okay, so just put the magnifying attachment to it. All right. Okay. And the response is good. The cornea looks healthy. The retina looks fine. And the response to the light is as I would expect. The other side. And similarly, typically what we see is one eye weaker than the other. But no, all looks good. Okay. Now what I just like to do with my fingers, what I'm going to do is just pull them apart like this, slower than that. And I want you to let me know when they both exit your field of vision. Okay, so we're just testing quadrants here, your quadrants of vision, and we'll work to make sure that everything is working in sync with one another. Okay, so let's just get started. Very good. Very good. Thank you. Okay, now what I'm going to do is just wiggle my finger in different quadrants of your vision. So right here, 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 and here. And you just tell me when you can see it wiggling, okay? Yep. Okay, brilliant, thank you. Okay, Okay, and now I'm just going to shine a bright blue light into your eyes, which will just actually test the makeup of the eye, not like makeup, but what keeps it together. Okay, so here we go. Left first. How was that? Was that okay? Good. If it's uncomfortable, just let me know and we'll stop. Right eye. You right? And we have to do that one more time in each eye. Okay? So left eye. Well done. And the right eye. How are you doing? You did really well. Okay. Okay, and one last thing. What I want to do, and this will seem really quite strange at first, but I want you to close your eyes, because what I'm going to do is gently touch your eyelids, and I'll tell you why afterwards. But for now, if you could just close your eyes, that's it. Thank you. I'm just going to tap very gently on both of your eyes. Okay, perfect. Okay, you can open your eyes again. Okay, the reason I did that was basically because if you have an allergic reaction, or there's something in the air that disagrees with you, like pollen or whatever, what it can do is if it gets in your eye, even if you're photosensitive or something, so if you have a sensitivity to light, and what it can do is it can cause a reaction that actually makes little balls of inflammation pop up under your eyelid. It's an allergic reaction, so typically it's to do with like conjunctivitis or perhaps even just hay fever. But what happens then is these bumps grow under your eyelid, and it's just temporary, but they actually scratch against the surface of your eye when you blink, and it can cause amazing discomfort. Amazing is probably the wrong word, I don't know why I said that, but you get what I mean. Awful discomfort would have been better. So I was just checking there just to make sure, because it is hay fever season and it's going around, that there were no bumps under there. But there weren't, so you're fine. Okay? Okay. Next up is having a look at your nose. So, what I want you to do, and it'll seem weird, is go sniff. Really big sniff. That's it, good. And now I want you to see if you can move your nose like that. Okay. Now, with your permission, I'm just going to very lightly touch your nose and make sure that all the cartilage is in place and that everything's okay. All right? Okay. And very quickly, we're going to do a quick smell test. So I've got a number of different scents here. I'm going to waft them under your nose here, and you just tell me what you can smell. Okay? So what about this one? Spot on. Mm-hmm. And 2 more. What do you think this smell is? Perfect, well done. And finally, what do you think this is? Perfect, I'm very pleased. Okay, next up, ears. Okay, so it's pretty easy. What I'm going to do is, with an otoscope with a different end, I'm going to take a look in each of your ears, if that's okay. So again, I'll have to get in close. I know, I'm sorry, I should buy you a drink first, right? But I do need to check each of them. So I will start with your right ear. I'm just going to take a look in and just tell you what I'm looking for while I'm in there. Okay, is that all right? Thank you. Here we go. Okay, so let's have a look. Alright, well, what I'm thinking is that it all looks pretty clear from the outside, which is always a good sign, because basically that's the first place you should clean. But I'm just going to put the otoscope in a little deep just to take a look, okay? Okay, and yeah, it all looks good to me. I wouldn't say that you need to clean it thoroughly or anything, because if you did, you may end up damaging your ear canal or impacting wax, and you don't want to do that. But your right ear looks pretty good to me. Okay, let's check your left ear. Okay, and just taking another look on the outside. It's all looking pretty clear, just like old right ear on the other side. But I'll just put the otoscope in to get a slightly closer look. Okay, and yeah, same as before. Whilst there is some wax, you want to keep a healthy level in there, because it helps to protect against infection, and it's a sort of natural antibiotic. Okay. Yeah, again, maybe a little bit of cleaning, but you don't want to push too much. Okay. Perfect. Okay, so what I'd like to do now is a really easy test. What I'm going to do is just click my fingers close to your ears, and I'm going to pull them further and further away until basically you can't hear them. They're going to get quieter and quieter. You tell me when you can stop hearing them. Okay, excuse me. So we'll do both ears at the same time first. So here we go. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay, I'll do each ear. Okay, and finally, just for your ears, I'm just going to whisper random words into each ear, and I just want you to let me know what I'm saying. Okay, so I'll start with your right ear, okay? Piano, book, light, chair, fire alarm, fan, tray, wall. Okay. And then just check the other ear, so the left ear. Piano, noodles, candle, drums, basket, towel, paper, bag. Okay, very good. Okay, next up, we are going to check your heart. So I've got my old Stephanie, my stethoscope. So what I'm going to do is listen to your heart and check your pulse. Okay? So do you want to actually have a quick go? So if I pop these on you, just get on comfortably. Then I'll just pop this on my wrist and you'll be able to hear my heart. Pretty weird, right? Okay. Now, let's get a new pen. Hold on. Okay. So, please keep your voice down because these things are very sensitive. But with your permission, I'd just like to place the head where your heart is. Okay. Thank you. Just warm it up a bit. You ready? Next, what I'd like you to do is hold out your left wrist. And I'm just going to hold it on your wrist for 10 seconds. I'll count down from 10. Okay, so just like this. Ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, brilliant, thank you. And now your right wrist. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Brilliant. Oh, thank you very much. Just let me get those rates down. Okay, and next up what we're going to do, and this might seem a little bit strange, but we're going to perform a little ECG. We actually have handheld devices now that we can use. So this is the ECG reader, electrocardiogram, and we take if I can get them out of the box, some diodes, and what I'm going to do is place one here and one down below. Okay, you'll feel a mild throbbing sensation, but nothing painful. So I'm just going to pop these on. Okay, and when you're ready, yeah, just let it go. Okay, good. I've heard it feels not unpleasant, actually. Okay, that's it. Put that back in the box. Okay. So now I'd just like to take a look at your hands, and the reason I'm going to do this is just to make sure that, for example, there's no early signs of anemia or iron deficiency or things like that. One test you can easily do is where you get your finger and you squeeze the end for a few moments, like 5 seconds, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm wearing gloves so you'll be able to see, but when you let go, if it takes ages to go from white back to your natural skin tone, then that means there's a chance that you might have an iron deficiency. It's nothing to worry about. We'll be taking your blood at the end of this session anyway, just to make sure, but just a little tip in case you wanted to know. Okay, so first of all I just want you to hold out your hands and I'll just take a look at each one. So just hold them both out. Okay. Well, what you do now is just clench your fists as hard as you can. Okay, harder. Yeah, so clench them as hard as you can. Now clench them even harder. That's it. Okay. So what I want you to do now is, with your feet, clench them as hard as you can. And so squeeze them up really tight. And then scrunch them up even harder. You can always go a little bit harder. And then let go. Then relax. And we're just going to work through your body and do that together. Okay? So you've done your feet, now your calves. What I want you to do is tense them really hard. As hard as you can, then even more, and then release and relax. Okay, moving up to your thighs and your glutes. Tighten those as much as you can. That's it, and then even tighter, and then let go, relax. Okay, next, go up your tummy, your abdominals. Tighten those as much as you can. Then go even further. That's it. Ooh. And release. Relax. Let them go. Okay. Next up, your arms. So just do that as hard as you can. Now, even tighter. Really pull. That's it. And then release them. Okay. Now, shrug your shoulders up. That's it. Hold it even tighter and then let go. That's it. So what I'm going to do very quickly is, with this reflex hammer, just really quickly test some of your reflexes. Okay? Okay, good. So it doesn't hurt, it's got a soft end, as you can see, but I will be hitting it in sensitive areas just to see how they react. Okay, so for now, if you just hold out your left arm here, yep, I'm going to take it in this hand, and then I'm going to hit it very lightly with the hammer from the other one. Okay, that's it. Just let me hold your arm. Very good. Very good. One more time. Very good. Okay, so that was easy. Now the right arm, same. So I'll hold it. Ready? Very good. Very good. Thank you. One more time. Very good. Okay. Okay. And I think we're just about done. I just want to take some bloods very quickly. So if you hold out your left arm, let's go with lefty, and it won't hurt at all. Let's be as quick as I can. Okay, here we go. And in. And out. Very easy. I'll put down a tube, and we'll get that down to bloods so they can check everything to make sure it's okay. And that's your lot today. So thank you very much for popping in. I know that it can be a little bit intimidating going for an appointment with a GP, but I hope that you've allayed any worries, and everything seems good to me. So we'll book you in for a follow-up. Just check your bloods, and one of the nurses will call you. But until then, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you soon. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.